100%.
I found Alvar.
Oh, great. And what excuse did he have for not turning up?
A pretty good one. He's dead.
Excuse me, what? I asked you to bring him here, not kill him.
Well, I didn't. He managed it himself. He took a chem overdose.
Asshole. Couldn't even take chems right.
Do you know who sold Alvar the chem?
Me? I didn't even know where Alvar was. But I hope someone finds that drug-dealing stretcher Raptor got and puts him out of our misery. I'll have to risk it and go to Cormac myself. And hope I don't get exiled for abandoning my post while I do. Thanks for taking care of that. Good to know some fly-bitten wanderer I've never met before cares about me more than my own superiors. Take this Alexit, and the humble thanks of the mighty warrior they left in charge of a whole sector. Always when I'm sleeping.
Eldur, I've heard you're causing trouble with the Eisen clan.
What about it?
Do you have a problem with the Eisen clan?
It's not me with the problem. It's that self-important pinchstick Orin who has the problem. He won't serve me, or anyone else from the Hammer clan. You want to do a 10-day stretch of guard duty and then find out you can't even get a beer at the end of it?
Why won't Orin serve you?
You'd have to commune with the pilgrim to answer that one, because I don't know. One minute Orin will serve us, the next minute he won't even let us in the tavern. What's all this got to do with you?
Cormac doesn't want conflict between the clans.
Well, someone needs to speak to Orin then. It's that self-important sack of ass grapes that is the problem, not me. You get him to change his mind. And let the Hammer clan back in the tavern. That will sort everything out.
Who's out there?
Prowling around here.
About these rarities.
Yes?
I have some machine parts. Interested?
Is this a trade? Or the opening to a romantic advance?
A trade.
Well, if it's just business, here's some Elexit. And nothing says I love you better than that.
Teach me something.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yes?
Hey, what? What do you want?
it needs to be totally rebuilt. If he can get the spares.
It can't continue like this, right?
Why did you wake me up?
The Hammer Clan will get your supplies.
They will? You convinced Cormac to help?
Yes.
Oh, you don't know what a relief that is. I was going crazy here. The least I can do is offer you some Elexit as thanks for your help.
Give me what you think is fair.
Well, the Ison clan were due 2 payments. I guess they won't be claiming them now. There was $250 for the first, the same again for the second, so you get 500 Elexit.
Teach me something.
Of course.
You should think about leaving.
Hey, is someone there? Don't go trying to steal stuff. I've had enough of that shit.
You're not that good at sneaking, are you?
What do you want here? I'm watching you. You think you can just steal things? Sneaking around, yet everyone can see him. What an idiot. What was that?
Сучонки заметили.
What do you want? Hey, is someone there?
Analyzing composition. Analyzing. Ooh, who are you? What are you doing here? No one's allowed around the world, Hart.
You seem nervous.
Yeah. Normally the only people to come out here are albs, or outlaws. Which are you?
Are you responsible for the World Heart here?
That's what you care about? The World Heart? What about the men sent with it? If we wither, it does too. Goliath should care as much about us as they care about that plant. But yes, what are we next to a World Heart? Ants in history. Here we are standing by the future of Magellan, the very thing given to us in Magellan's hour of need. Maybe that's what Bourne meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here, isolated with this thing to care about, I've certainly gained perspective.
How safe is the World Heart here?
You mean with the Albs scouting out Goliath? They don't seem to register it. The World Heart mustn't be their mission, or they don't know about it. They'd kill me fast enough, though. That is, if the animals didn't get me first, or I don't eat the wrong thing and get poisoned. Still, all in a day's work.
Anything you want me to report to Ragnar?
Yeah. Can you tell him about the World Heart? That it's okay? He should know we're still working, even though the patrols aren't coming to check. But if you're offering to help, there is one thing. I've not had any supplies from Goliath. Can you get them to send someone with my food supplies?
I will ask about your food supplies.
Thank you. Cinda is probably the best person to ask. She's fierce. I mean, ball-shriveling fierce, but gets things done. I'm not asking for anything special, just the usual supply run. Or just, well, anything, to be honest. We're hungry out here.
I'll see what I can do.
Please, just don't forget. I can't farm, fight, and bring in supplies. Listen, Goliath aside, there's a plant, the Cultivator's Loaf. If we could collect some of that, it would help us. It grows everywhere, but we've just not had time to collect them. 4 dozen should be enough.
4 dozen?
Yes, hopefully that would last us until we get another supply run. Say, let's round it up. Can you bring me 50? It would save you a trip to Goliath.
Tell me, what do you know about Ascor's murder?
Nothing really. I don't hear much from Goliath out here.
How well do you know Ascor?
Not at all. I mean, I knew of him, people talked about him, but I don't think I ever said more than hello to him, and he ignored me. He didn't really have time for cultivators. But, you know, people can be like that. Some value our work, others think they're superior somehow.
Do you know where they found Ascor's body?
I'm guessing somewhere in the forest, or why ask me, right?
Did you hear anything else about Ascor?
Well, I'm wondering why you're not asking me about the seedling that disappeared the same night Ascor was murdered. No one seems to be asking about it, and from what I heard, it wasn't just a seedling, it was one close to maturity. I heard it was being sent to a cultivator in the hope it could go on to Tavar or somewhere as a new World Heart. But it never arrived.
So, you were here when he was killed?
Probably. I haven't been anywhere else in months. I only go back for supplies or to transport seedlings. When was Ascor killed?
3 months ago, around Mana's Eve.
Oh, then I was back in Goliath sometime around then. I've lost track, to be honest, but whenever it was, I didn't see anything.
Do you carry a sword?
Of course. It's dangerous out here.
You work here on your own?
Most of the time. That's part of the punishment. It didn't used to be as lonely. They'd send patrols out to check on us. But since the Albs started attacking, we've been left on our own out here. Yeah, I guess we're not a priority.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Me? Of course I didn't.
You really don't think you have a motive?
You mean the seedling he had? I'm a cultivator. I look after a World Heart. I want to know what happened to the seedling he had. Why aren't you investigating where it went?
You're out here with a sword and no witnesses.
If I tried to attack a warrior with a sword, chances are you'd be planting me in the ground.
Where do you get your supplies from?
Directly from Goliath, normally. Sometimes we'll get something from passing hunters, but you can't rely on that.
Why have the deliveries come to a halt?
The Alb attacks. The warlords have put all the warriors on defense and cut down on the supply runs. We're supposed to be self-sufficient out here, but with more Alb attacks and more creatures, we don't have time to grow, forage, or hunt anymore.
I have brought supplies.
You have? Oh, I'm salivating already.
I brought you some bread.
You got your hands on fresh bread? Whoa. Now, that doesn't look too fresh.
It's all Cinda had. I could take it back.
No. I'll take it. Thank you. They don't normally send bread. What did you pay for it?
Cinda gave it to me.
Wow. You must have sweet-talked her. I normally get hard biscuits.
She said I could take it.
Well, about time we got a break. That should see our stomachs full. Thank you. Here. That should pay for it, right?
No. You must pay twice that.
Well, I don't have that much. This will have to cover it, I'm afraid.
That will do.
Well, good. Here.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. smell. There's something about this place. Almost like I had been here before. Got it. Too easy. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Incomer or outcast, you can find a place to sleep back there. If you want a meal, there's meat and there's a fire. You can put the two together. You're welcome to stay if you need a place to shelter for a couple days. Are you here to spy for Cormag? If you're here to claim payment, I didn't steal those things, so I can't pay you back. If you want to rest before you go back and tell him that, you're welcome to stay.
What exactly happened to you?
You tell me. One day I'm a loyal berserker, the next I'm accused of theft and sentenced without a chance to defend myself. But then maybe that's something you know about. The only people I tend to see out here are on patrol or in exile.
I wasn't exiled.
You weren't? I've not met many people who chose to come here. Exiled, lost, running away, yes. Chosen to come of their own free will? No. Why would you choose to come to this flight and ass end of nowhere?
Being free means you can make mistakes.
A sense of humor. You'll need that here.
If you don't like it here, you should leave.
I can't. Exile isn't just a sentence to leave, it's a sentence to stay. If I leave this place, the powers in Goliath will send a patrol to bring me back here, and chances are they wouldn't bring me back alive.
You should kill the person who sent you here.
Kill a warlord? Tempting though that might be, I can't see it helping me. Someone else would have to prove me innocent. And who's gonna do that? I just have to accept the fact that I'm stuck out here for good.
I will persuade them to let you go home.
Why would you? I don't know you. No, don't take that the wrong way. I mean, I'm not used to anyone saying they'd help. And it will put you up against the warlord Cormag. He's convinced I'm guilty. I'm not sure talking will convince him otherwise.
Don't you want to go back?
A warm bed, high walls, the chance to live rather than just survive? Of course I want to go back. Exile wouldn't be punishment if people didn't want to go back. But we won't persuade Cormag alone. We would need help.
Yes, I know Alric. If I took you to him, he'd probably try and sell you.
You have met him. Believe it or not, he's one of the good guys. Sure, he'd sell his grandmother for the right price, but you know where you are with him. He should help me. If you go to Goliath and speak to Ulrich, he could come up with a plan. One thing about Ulrich, he's always got a plan.
Air pressure and temperature normal. central administrative center for the Berserker faction. Potentially hostile, Crony was held as a technological captive to be disassembled. Assessing. This building has 45 rooms, 15 apartments. 7 apartments are in a habitable condition. 6 are uninhabitable. These ruins have been fortified into a stronghold by the Berserker faction. Probability of survival acceptable.
Sure, okay.
Think before you do anything stupid. What have we here? Welcome to the Berserkers. You want to make it all the way to the top? You must observe our sacred traditions. Most sacred of all, never have an empty glass. Tell me, what brings you here?
Is this your tavern?
It is indeed. Tavern, home from home, resting place for the hard-working man. We offer shelter to all loyal berserkers. You want something to drink?
The Hammer Clan sent me.
Ah, that's a shame. Bar's just closed.
Then open it. You're going to serve the Hammer Clan from now on.
Am I? Strange. Here was me thinking I decided who gets served. And I don't have any reasons why I should change my mind.
Serve them, or I'll kill you.
Straight to the threats, eh? You think a tavern keeper doesn't get talk like that every day? All right, hard man. Let's see you outside, in front of the tavern.
That's it, I'm out of here.
Fucking thief!
Stop that thief! Stop him!
Are you serious?
Oh, you must be joking.
Hey, can I help you? What do you want here?
Who wants to know?
My name is Bourne. I am the chief overseer of the seedling farms here in Goliath. Let me welcome you to Goliath, the jewel of Magellan. Here you can see what our world once was, and what she can be again. But tread carefully whilst you're here. Some of the plants we're cultivating in the seedling farms are fragile. Damaging them means exile to the Valley of the Damned. So I'd watch your step. It'll make life easier all round. Life is a lot more comfortable here in Goliath than out in that valley.
What's a seedling farm?
We grow a lot of different plants here. Specimens of all the types we can find. But of them all, the world hearts are the most important. For where they grow, all life will follow. That's why these plants get their own fortified defenses. If you would like to see the work we do, you are welcome to visit us. Many incomers stay to become cultivators. We always have space for more people willing to dedicate themselves to Magellan. I hope you find your place here.
I'm going.
About these rarities.
Yes?
I have the healing roots.
Well, honest traveler, thank you for bringing these forbidden items to my attention. Here's a reward for your honesty. I will make sure these get to where they should be. And if Bourne asks about this little redistribution, well, I'm sure you can get around a farmer, right?
Teach me something.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Kata needs your help.
Kata? Kata? I don't know a Kata.
She's already told me she knows you.
All right, as it's you I'm talking to. Yeah, I know her. A man's gotta be careful. It's dangerous to throw in with the wrong people.
I thought you were friends.
We were, but a warlord's judgment changes everything. If she's got a warlord pissed, then yeah, she's guilty, and it's safest to stay away from her.
What about loyalty?
What's loyalty? I'm an honest man. I'm loyal to money.
Are you gonna help her or not?
Will you accept a no?
No.
Is that any way for a friend to act? All right. I will do it. It isn't as if I didn't have a plan.
What's your plan to save her?
Okay, listen. She's accused of theft, right?
Correct.
So, what happens if those thefts continue now she's in exile?
That would be proof the accusations were false.
See? Always knew you were quick. So, all you need to do is steal the right stuff.
What do I have to do?
You grab the right stuff and leave it in the right place, and she gets right out. Simple.
So, what's the right place to leave the stuff?
Somewhere it incriminates our scapegoat, of course.
Scapegoat?
The guy who snitched on Kata. Drogue. He tried to fit her for the crime. Now we'll do that to him. Come on, you must know him. He guards the main city gate. You like as not saw him on the way in here.
What should I steal?
Do I have to do all the thinking myself? Go to Cinda and Bourne's huts. Everyone knows they've got chests of valuables. So, here's the plan. You find those chests and break into them. You steal the valuables and leave a claw behind in their place. Then, you put those valuables, those stolen valuables, into a chest in Drogue's house together with another claw. That's going to make him look very, very guilty.
Why a claw?
Because it's the sign of... Well, that doesn't matter for now. Let's just say that when people see the claw, they will take it as proof of Drogue's guilt. So, take these claws, one for Cinda's chest, one for Bourne's, and one for Drogue's, and get the job done. Everything clear?
How can I break into Cinda's and Bourne's chests?
Break the lock, pick the lock, stare at it until it drops off. I'm sure you can think of something.
Isn't there a simpler way?
Well, I suppose you could use the keys. I happen to have picked them up earlier. Here, but don't let those keys get traced back to me. I'd rather not end up at the end of a rope.
How did you get those keys?
If I tell you that, I'll ruin my aura of mystique. Point is, I had them, now you've got them, and you can get Kata free. Problems are solved when Ulrich's involved.
Your plan is too complicated.
Complicated? I pulled the same plan off when I was 7 years old. It's child's play. Loot out, claw in for Cinda's chest and Bourne's chest. Loot in, claw in for Drogue's. Then Drogue gets into trouble, Kata gets out of trouble, and we get to bask in the glory. I told you, I'm all about solutions.
Go and find a trader. They'll talk to you.
So, you want me to start serving the Hammer Clan again, do you? Then draw your weapon and show me how seriously you want it. Oh, you little shit. Tougher than you look, aren't you?
So, are you going to serve the Hammer Clan again?
Yeah. They'll get served. I'll speak to Angrim, all right?
What does Angrim have to do with it?
He told me not to serve the Hammer Clan. I think he was hoping some of them would, you know, shift over to the Ison Clan.
I think Cormac should know about that.
I think that's got nothing to do with me. I'm just a tavern keeper.
I'm watching you.
Nothing I can do, Louise.
trouble between Elder and the Eisen clan is over.
So, Elder can drown his sorrows instead of shouting them around Goliath. How did you manage that?
After a little chat, Orn agreed it was best for the clans to work together.
A little chat, eh? Well, however you managed it, it's a relief. I was worried this would build into something bigger.
Analysis suggests this conflict has now been resolved.
Well, I should have had more faith. It seems people do believe in our cause.
Anger was behind the trouble. He hoped that since the Hammer clan wasn't being served, that he could lure people to join the Eisen clan.
You're sure of this?
Orn told me himself.
Then it seems I must speak with Ragnar, and we'll find a way to persuade Angrim out of such tactics. We have enough trouble with the elves without fighting amongst ourselves. Thank you for your service. Take this for payment, and keep this matter between us. You know technology is forbidden by law here. We have to talk.
And your expression.
What is this building?
A rare relic of the old world, eh? If you want, go up to one of the higher balconies and have a look at the view. You will get an idea how beautiful it must have been here before the comet struck. It seems the people of the old world understood the value of that even back before the Great Fall.
Why do you build these huts then?
This place might be a good choice for defense, but it doesn't exactly connect us with nature. We all need to be rooted in the natural world. We all need to remember our place in it. You, me, all the people here, we are all part of Magalan.
How long have you been with the Berserkers?
I was born here, and I can't imagine a better place.
If you say so.
We have organized our lives around the essential things in life. You do not need everything you think you need.
Spare me the moral lesson.
If you don't want to know, I don't want to waste my breath. You will find safety here, and purpose. Ragnar will help you find your place. He can sound severe, I know, but there are pressures on him, and he wants the best for us.
Is there something you need doing here?
There are always things that need doing here, and helping out will gain you notice for promotion. Of course, for the highest ranks, we must all look to the warlords to be promoted. Ask in Goliath, and you'll find tasks to match your skills. But there is one thing I need help with. Though, I warn you, it could be dangerous.
Tell me the task. I can handle it.
Confident without the details. You'll get on well with the warriors here. Our scouts reported that a few clerics were recently attacked by mutants. Let's just say that despite all their technology, the clerics came off worse. But the weapons they left behind, lying about out there, are a problem. They could cause a great deal of damage in the wrong hands. I want you to collect them and take them to Yora. You'll find him at the pit. He and the workers there make sure such technology is made safe.
I can't get the weapons. Someone else has taken them already.
And from your expression, I can only assume that this unhappy circumstance has something to do with you. You're lucky it's me learning this. Angrim or even Ragnar wouldn't view that news well. Still, what is done, I suppose.
One of my men was accused.
About my support. I took care of Eardor.
Are there any problems?
None to speak of.
Tell me, why am I hearing only complaints from the cultivators? Did it have something to do with the food you took them? It'll be days before they're able to work at full capacity again. And sickness and diarrhea really aren't words you want to hear around food production.
Eardor asked for food. I took him food. Where's my payment?
Payment? You made my men sick. Whatever you thought you were doing, you've left men in the forest with their guts in knots. Be glad I'm not force-feeding you whatever you gave them.
What contact do the Berserkers have with the other factions?
The Albs want no contact but that of war and conflict. Perhaps the Separatists will be more open to conversation, but trust will be hard. We have maintained conversations with the clerics, but the peace that has strained since our last war has never held easy. The outlaws, well, they have no true leader and no true cause. Any dealings with them are dealings with individuals. It's self-evident that the paths of all the factions will cross, and that conflict is likely.
So, you have no interests outside of Dan?
The Berserkers believe that all of Magaland should be healed, not just Edan. If we can plant more world hearts in Tavar or Abessa, then we could give all the soil there new life too. But the other factions don't see it that way. They fear the changes we bring.
Do you know that for sure? Have you spoken to the other factions?
Spoken, no. But we sent men to establish world hearts in Abessa and Tavar. And they have been attacked almost constantly. In fact, their reports are overdue. You came to us from beyond our walls. If you know your way across these lands, could you go to the World Hearts and see what happened to our men?
I will look for your men in Tavar and Abessa.
Thank you. It's time that we learn their fates. You ensure you're properly equipped before you go. It isn't a short journey, and the way will be difficult.
Where are the World Hearts?
The World Heart in Tavar was sent to an oasis out in the desert. You will have to walk carefully once you're there. The outlaws do not take kindly to people crossing through their lands. You'll find the World Heart in Abessa to the south of the domed city.
Yes, I'd heard. Well, I've investigated, and it seems he was given just cause.
Tell me more about these laws.
Steal, lie, cheat, kill, and justice will be swift. But our laws are more than that. Berserker laws tell us who we are. Millions died when the comet hit. Our whole species was headed for extinction. And you've seen it out there. People are doing their best to finish that job. War, chaos, Elex technology. What chances have they given us? Nature. Rebuilding what was lost. That's the only way we can survive. Berserker laws were created to help us achieve that.
Who are the Berserkers?
They're everyone you've seen in this town, and anyone beyond who believes this world can be saved. Do you want to believe that? That there's a hope? We don't need gods or machines. That forest out there, that grew from wasteland in just 200 years. From seed to tree, we are a new beginning for all.
What do you think about the clerics or the elves?
What are we supposed to think? They're steeped in blood and governed by superstition. The clerics speak of God, but they worship their machines. And never forget that their blessed religion gave birth to the Albs. Elex corrupts all it touches. Whatever you think of the outlaws, they make no excuses for their behavior. They are out for themselves, but they believe in mankind.
How can you fight their guns with swords?
Our magic is more than a match for their machines. Strength, belief, and mana will always overcome steel. It's persuading the weak-minded of that. We might know technology is a weakness, but its draw is pulling in recruits. Even now, I know there is someone here in Goliath spreading the lie of the machine. They are preaching that technology will be our salvation. This damned cleric must be found and stopped.
About the cleric. I can find whoever is preaching here.
You can you? What makes you think you can succeed?
I know who's preaching for the clerics.
Are you certain? I don't want to go making false accusations.
I've met him, spoken to him.
What miserable drones and traitors have I given shelter to that they will let this cleric live? He knows our laws, and the penalty for spreading false religion is death. Carry out that sentence. Kill that cleric.
What are you doing with that damn technology?
Sounds like you really hate the elves.
They won't stop until everyone is dead. It's always us berserkers who are taking losses. 10 hooded crows on the last patrol alone. All good men. Now I'm asked to make up my ranks with outsiders?
You want to kill elves?
I want to exterminate them. And every man, woman, and child on this planet should want to do the same. What about you? Are you ready to go and hunt some elves?
You want me to risk my life without reward?
Do you think I'm out here for Elexit? Duty is worth more than shards.
You do whatever you want, but if I'm hunting elves, the reward should fit the risk.
All right. As long as you get the job done. And if Elexit is what it takes to make sure you do that, you'll get paid. But we must complete the mission first. Listen up. The Albs have been scouting ruins to the west of here. It could be they're searching for resources, but it could be they're scouting our patrol routes, or looking for somewhere to set up a base they can use to launch an attack on Goliath. Whatever they're doing, those Albs have had a free run of things for too long. I need someone to head out there and kill them.
Teach me something.
Yes. should not rely on machines.
Sneaking, okay?
Quick, you have to help me. Rot boars have burrowed through the cliffs. They're threatening the seedlings. We have to stop them. Follow me. Another one of those animals.
Mutants. They're so desperate for Elex, they even try eating the mana from the seedlings. All that work, ruined by damn rot boars.
Mutants eat Elex.
It's like a drug. They need it. If they don't get it, they die. They'd rather go without food than Elex. That doesn't help me keep the seedlings alive, though. And that's my task. I look after all the seedlings here.
The seedling fields are safe. The rot boars are dead.
Rot boars? Vermin. He told me he suspected something was burrowing in the cliffs. I assume Auric is doing well?
It seems so.
Good. Your help is appreciated. Thank you for standing with us.
How are the seedlings?
But it will take time to train Auric's replacement and give them the care they need. And, in the meantime, we have a different problem. I've had to put all the cultivators to work to repair the damage the rot boars did to the fields. And that's left me short of people to gather the healing roots our healers are demanding.
You need someone to harvest the healing roots?
Yes. To harvest them and bring them back here. Any pair of hands willing to assist will be welcome. Please, we need those healing roots to care for the wounded.
You don't need to worry about harvesting those healing roots.
Ah, you have them for me?
There weren't any. Someone must have taken them already.
They can't have. I told you we're short of people to do the harvesting.
Well, there weren't any healing roots there.
Who could have done this? Don't they realize they put lives in danger? I'll report this to Ragnar. We'll find out who is responsible.
Teach me something.
Yeah, will do.
Orin has lifted the ban on the Hammer Clan.
Well, aren't you the smooth-skinned charmer? How did you get him to lift that?
Well, I'm very persuasive.
I'll bet. But however you did it, I'm thankful. Here, take this. A small token of thanks from the Hammer Clan.
What are seedlings?
What are they? They're world hearts.
What are world hearts?
Heart and soul of the berserkers they are. Magellan's very own mother's tit. Shove one of those in the soil and just watch the land around it grow. All this here was wasteland till the milk of mana came and changed it. You feed a seedling with mana, and when it's mature, a world heart will clean out the Elex and bring the ground to life.
Elex poisons the ground?
Elex poisons everything. But if we plant enough world hearts, we'll make the whole of Magalang green again. Unless those wretched Albs bomb everything flat first.
What is mana?
Magic, isn't it? Magic. But you want to know how it works? You'll have to ask Caldrum or someone. I just see the results.
There's magic out there, and you dig fields. You must feel pretty pathetic.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that.
What are you up to? Don't try anything, all right?
It sounds like you're expecting trouble.
Outlaws, clerics, and now the Albs starting wars, and that's before we talk about mutants. Where have you been if you don't think there's trouble in the world? But don't worry, you'll be safe here. No Albs getting past me.
Is there somewhere I can stay in Goliath?
Maybe down by the tavern or with the cultivators. Try the lower quarter. There's room there for honest men. Pay your way or work for your stay and you'll be welcome. We are the protectors of Magaland, and we welcome all free people here.
Your buddy Alvar is dead.
He is? I mean, what?
He's dead.
Yes, I got that. Shit! I knew nothing good would happen to that old soak, but dead. He was a good friend. Thank you for letting me know. Where is his body?
Below Ragnar's stronghold.
Right. I will take care of his funeral as soon as I can.
Who are the Hooded Crows?
We are the warrior clan of the Berserkers. Our warlord Ragnar, proven in battle, worthy defender of Goliath, leads us as we stand to defend our cause from all who would oppose it, from within or without. We stand as guardians for fairness and justice, equality and order. All who wish to join the Berserkers must answer to Ragnar.
So, what can I do during my stay?
Can you handle a weapon?
Yes.
Then you'll find work. We're short of people since the attacks began.
This place doesn't sound too safe.
Where is? With the Albs looking to tear down this whole world.
You're short of people?
Everyone's lost people to the Albs. Workers, cultivators, warriors. They're all looking for more hands. You'll need to earn your place, but there are tasks for all hands, and the shards to pay for them.
Noted.
Good, because the last guy who tried buying things here with unicorn balls ended up eating his own. Wait, one moment.
What now?
Seeing as you're looking to settle down here, you'll be needing to make friends, won't you? So, friend, why don't you head down to the tavern and bring me something back?
You're going to get drunk on guard duty?
It'll take more beer than you can carry to go to my head. Come on, I'm stuck here. Least you can do is get me a pint.
What do you want from the tavern?
Beer. Water, hops, barley. That touch of genius. Nectar of the gods. Ah, now I really need a drink.
I brought your beer.
Ah, that's what I need. About time, too.
And so here's where you give me my reward.
Your reward was getting in through that gate. Be grateful.
Letting people in is your job.
So is keeping people out. I give the word and you'll never get in here.
So much for the honor of the Berserkers.
I've got honor. I'm honorable. Honorable doesn't mean stupid or unable to look after yourself. So don't try and hoodwink me over my honor.
Of course not. You don't have any.
But I do have beer, how about that? And the next round is on you. Here, for your persistence.
I stored the goods and the claw in Droge's chest.
Did you put the claws in the other chests like I said?
Yes.
Good work.
So what's next?
First things first. You can give me the keys to those chests back, right?
Here are the keys.
Right you are. Best for you not to be carrying evidence. Next, I do the dangerous part and tell Cormag that Droge has been the real thief all along, so he should let Kata come back. But it's best if I speak with Cormag alone. If he sees us together, he'll be suspicious. He's like that. Wait here. I will be right back. Good news.
Did it work?
Yes. You should have seen Cormac's face when everything was there in Droge's chest. He hates being wrong. Cormac has sent a messenger. Kata will be released.
What about Droge?
Cormac exiled him. Let's let sleeping Drogues lie, huh?
So, who will take Droge's post at the gate?
Guess. I mean, do you know someone who just returned to Goliath and is looking for a job? Kata is as free as a bird. Well, if birds had guard duty. She's been given Droge's job on the gate. Imagine that. Someone in charge of what comes in and goes out, and she just happens to owe us a favor. A big favor. Speak to her when you have time. I'm sure she'll be grateful.
Hey, so did you get the converter parts?
Yes, I got them.
And yet, you haven't brought them to me. Why is that?
I got a better offer.
You sold them? Yours was the risk and so yours was the profit? Take your payment then. But remember, there is more to this life than Alexit can buy. Loyalty and duty are worth far more than shards.
How do you get anything done without technology?
We haven't rejected technology completely. We have rejected Elex technology. And as you can see around you, we have done fine without it. A clean life. Life as it was before the comet. Life grown from mana. Now, that's a better use for Elex than building devices. So we collect technology, extract the Elex from it, and throw the scrap into the pit.
So you extract Elex just like the Alps?
You're comparing us to those inhuman creatures? Those monsters throw people into their converters. Alive or dead, it doesn't matter to them. We cure the soil of Elix's poison and use it for healing. You will find our healers on the upper ring. They'll show you how we use its power.
So if you need Elex, why do you want to get rid of it?
Ah, Amrek's paradox. We are told Elex is the center of all ills in the world, and yet it is also the cure. So we collect it, transmute it, and hope we can win the race against those who would use it for destruction. You could help us with that.
Why should I help you?
I understand. There is a war on. But we must all work together to end it. Please, just hear me out. You must have seen that monster made of metal that sits on the horizon? That Alb converter?
What about it?
The Albs built it to refine Elex here in Edan, but our warriors forced them to abandon it. That machine is a thing abhorrent to nature, but we can make use of it. Well, of the Elex in it. Amrek's paradox. Let's take that horror and make it magic. It won't be an easy task, but I need to get some parts from the converter that have a high Elex concentration in them. Can you do that?
Why not use Alb technology to get the Elex you need?
And where do we stop on that road? When we are feeding people into that machine like they do? Amrek and the Pilgrim agree. Magic is nature's cure. Technology, its curse. The world hearts will purify Magalan without the need for machines. It's up to us to tidy up the mess that those machines have already made.
Why not do this and use technology?
You sound like one of those technophiles, looking forward and not knowing their history. Listen, there are books from the Great Fall that say there were other ways to power machines, but that most of them poisoned the air and the soil. And so, Amrik and the Forefathers decreed that all technology that poisoned our world should be forbidden. And right at the time machines were forsworn, and we started to make Magalan pure again, mana was given to us. Magic is nature's reward for our rejection of technology. And if you have magic, why would you want technology? So the Albs pump Elex into themselves, the clerics feed it to machines, and we transmute it into magic.
Surely technology makes life easier.
Such is temptation. The Albs take Elex, they get stronger, but what have they become?
Victorious. They're beating you.
In the short term. They don't even know what they're fighting for. How can they ever be victorious if they let themselves become machines? They have a love of Elex, a need for it, but as to why, if we knew that, perhaps we could talk with them. But they have retreated into Zakor, only to be seen when they come to kill. And they're changing, becoming less human. While our mana helps us cast magic, it's toxic to the Albs.
But Albs can cast magic.
Yes. Now there is something I don't understand.
If Elex is so bad, why do you trade using Elexit?
You mean, why not turn it into mana?
It's Elex, isn't it?
Yes, but the concentration in it is just too low to produce mana. Maybe one day we'll manage it, but until then, it's useful. Everyone spends it, so we do too. I'm glad it's the Pilgrim and the Warlord who have to decide all these things. It makes my head hurt.
There is a process that would let you extract the Elex.
Maybe, but like I said, technology is a curse. If it was something the Pilgrim wanted, he would have found a way to do it, but he hasn't. I trust in the Pilgrim to make those decisions. He's proved himself wise so far.
I found the outlaw.
Is he dead?
No, I talked to him.
Talked? Why did you talk? What did he say?
He wants you to start trading with him again.
Trading? What trading? What are you talking about? If I was trading, that would be against the law. I mean, I'd be a dead man.
About the outlaw.
What? What about him?
Why did you stop trading with him?
I wasn't trading. Trading would be illegal. Elex technology is forbidden. Trading without a license is forbidden. Trading with people outside Goliath is forbidden. Anyway, I mean, that stuff was junk. I wasn't doing any harm. And Angram is monitoring the Elex oscillations in the area.
You could conceal the Elex fluctuations.
How does that work?
Disguise the traces of Elex as mana by overlapping the waves. This will mask it.
That is great. How did I not think of that myself? So, looking at it like that, the risk really isn't that great. Okay, I will trade with Bigby again. You can tell him that I need the same terms as before. No, you'll have to make it more, all right? Because of the risk.
Ornir will trade with you again.
But he won't come here and tell me that himself? Slimy little raptor shit. He better make good or I'll find him. Here, take the shards I was gonna pay him. That shit better turn up. You tell him that if you see him.
Initiating area scan. Detecting high levels of obsolescence.
I don't know what to say. I never thought I would see Goliath again.
It was Alric's plan.
But he couldn't. Wouldn't have done it without you. So it's you I have to thank for getting me home. And Drog has gone too. If ever there was a berserker who needed to be sent away to see some of the world, it was Drog. Here, I don't have much, unfortunately. It's hard to make a living in exile. And here, take this claw. It's important. Keep it. Don't sell it. Don't throw it away. Don't talk about it. That claw will help you when the time is right.
Thanks for the mystery.
Hey you, what's new from the south?
You mean Idan?
No, I'm talking about the real south, the deserts of Tavar.
Why are you interested in Tavar?
I'm sick of the shit here. Berserkers, clerics, fuck them all. It's all laws, commandments, rules, it's bullshit, all of it. Fuck rules, fuck laws, fuck the berserkers. The outlaws in the desert are the only truth. Freedom, profit, no bullshit.
You want to be an outlaw?
Yeah, absolutely. They know how to live freely. I've done nothing but work, follow orders, dig shit, and for what? To have people try and kill me for things I don't even believe in? Fuck them. I want to see the world. Instead, I'm stuck here.
Then why don't you go to Tavar?
I don't have the stores I need to get there, or the shards. But I know I could earn what I need. If I could just get the supplies I need to make it there.
I will get you the supplies you need.
Thank you. I need dried meat, you know, ration packs. And I'll need water and some sort of a weapon if you think you can get them. The water and the meat, well, there should be a number of places you can find those. As for the weapon, well, there's a farm above here. There are some outlaws there that have taken the place over. They're bound to have a weapon that will let me fit in when I get to Tavar.
About the supplies you need. If you want me to get your supplies, you'll have to pay me.
You can have every shard I've saved if it'll get me to Tavar. Get me the supplies, and they're yours. I hope we have a deal.
How much water do you want?
8 full bottles should be enough. But just water, not alcohol or anything, right?
I have the water you wanted.
Great. That'll stop me from drying out.
How much dried meat do you need?
I think a half-dozen ration packs should do it. That won't weigh me down too much. I'd take less, but I'm not likely to find any food until I get to the fort, am I?
Here are the ration packs you wanted.
That's what I need. That should be enough to keep me going until I can make it to the fort.
Here's a grenade launcher from the farm. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah. That is exactly the thing I had in mind. Anyone making trouble with me now will regret it.
Do you need anything else?
No, I have everything I need thanks to you. You don't know what this means. I can get to Tavar and leave the past behind at last. Here, I took this from the Berserkers. They gave me it to trade for supplies, and I suppose now I have, in a way. My life as an outlaw begins.
The Berserker Ascor has been murdered.
Ascor? How did that happen?
Were you close to Goliath 3 months ago?
No, I was out in the forest gathering supplies before I traveled out to the World Heart. I've not been close to Goliath for a year. Once I had the supplies, I came straight out to Abessa. Wait, you don't think I was involved, do you?
Did you know Ascor?
Yeah, he was an arrogant asshole. He'd have done anything for promotion. It's his sort that make me want to say this. Fuck the Berserkers.
You don't seem happy as a cultivator. Did you ever think of seeking promotion?
Man, I would have to be able to read first. You can't exactly climb the career ladder if you can't read. Ascor could. That guy wanted to do everything to get promoted. He hated anyone else who could read, especially if they weren't born in Goliath.
Do you have proof of where you were 3 months ago?
I don't know. I don't keep a diary. Depends on the day and the orders. Sometimes I was digging shit alone, sometimes finding supplies alone, sometimes marching around and building stuff where they told me to. Those days I was with people. I just did whatever they said. I didn't want to be exiled to the valley.
What weapon do you use?
A sword. I hate it. That's another reason I want to join the Outlaws. I've got myself a gun, but I want some real weapons.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Shit, what? You thought I did that? No way, I wouldn't have risked that, even though he was an asshole.
As you say. Thorgal wants you to return to the World Heart.
What? You're asking me that after you helped me? Forget it. Someone else can carry shit for Goliath.
What happened to the escort that was taking you to the World Heart?
Let me give you a clue. A lot of claws, a lot of teeth, a lot of blood. I was only just able to get away from them. Those warriors are now rotting somewhere out there, or deep in the bellies of the beasts that attacked us. Their sacrifice saved my life, but it just goes to show, Goliath orders people to do stupid things and people die because of it. I want my freedom.
Damn.
Are you sneaking
Fucking
around?
thief!
Are you sneaking around?
Got it.
You must be here to top up on your food supplies, huh? Well, we can find something from our stocks. Food is one thing we do have if you want to trade.
Protects your fields.
We haven't needed any protection. The Alps just seem to ignore this place.
The Albs aren't your only threat.
You mean the animals out here? Yeah, they aren't nice at all. But we've got a stack of boards so we can always barricade the house until they go away. It sometimes takes a while for them to move on, but I've got used to that. It gives me some thinking time. You had better get out of just get out of here.
I was sent to find you.
By Darius, I'm guessing. And I assume you have a lot of questions about the claws.
Who are you?
My name is Hector. I am the leader of our network of the disinfected. Factions want it for themselves, don't they? All obedience and little reward. I was in the fort in Tavar when the Duke took it from Baxter. One new master to replace the old, and so I thought, why continue like that? So the Claws were born. Whatever faction, whatever land, we are everything and everywhere. and we reward all. Welcome to the Claws.
What is this place?
This is our headquarters, the center of our operations. Well, that's a bit formal. It's more a place that people can come and make contact. We arrange deals, we reward. Here we pledge to work with each other and to keep the word of the Claws.
Who are the Claws?
We are an independent group dedicated to redistributing wealth to ourselves.
You mean you're thieves?
We take things, but tell me of a faction that doesn't. And they are only interested in their cause. We are an organization of independent wealth acquirers who focus on our members. We don't have ranks, and we don't care which faction you are with. We believe that the only thing that can help you survive and grow in this new world of ours is Elexit.
So, who is in this network?
Oh, that you will discover as you travel across Magalan. We are everywhere. But we choose who we allow to join very carefully. None of us know about the entire network, and nobody, apart from me, knows the size of our organization. We are recognized by our mark, the claw. Show that, and another claw should assist you. But let's get to the real reason of your visit. Now that you know who we are, would you like to become part of our network?
I want to join you.
Good. I had heard of you through our network and hoped you would choose to join us. Here, take this claw. It will demonstrate to others that you are now one of us. Now, if you wish, I will tell you how things run around here.
Tell me how things work here.
Very well. Our system is built in a way that allows you to continue working when nobody is here. Do you see the chests over there? When we are given an assignment, we will place it in one of those chests. Take a job, steal the desired object, and bring it back to one of our drop boxes.
How do I get paid for assignments?
As soon as one of our people has picked up the goods from the drop boxes, you will find your payment in your chest. We each have our own chest. You must leave the others untouched.
You had better get out of here. Just get out of here. You had better get out of here.
Good idea.
The claw will be your guide. So, you're the one who helped Carter. That speaks well of you. Come on through. Talk to Hector. He'll answer your questions.
Hello, my name is Yasma. But before you say a word, know this. I don't want to know who you are. I don't want to know what your name is. I am not interested in where you're from or what you're doing here. If you can remember that, then we'll get along just fine.
You might not want to know anything about me, but I want to know who you are.
There's little to say. I've lived my life on my own. One day I was robbed, seriously wounded and left to die. An outlaw by the name of Rat found me and helped me get back on my feet. He told me he knew of a place where I could be safe, where I could learn the skills of a thief. In return, I would have to teach those abilities to others. That is how I came to be here. That is why I stayed.
Why don't you want to know about me?
Who you say you are means nothing to me. I have met so many people, so many claws who have disappeared and never shown up again. I do not want to repeat that experience.
Will you teach those skills to me?
As Darius allowed you in, I assume you're someone who could be worthy. So please, what would you like to know?
Teach me something.
All right.